Okay, people. So let's talk about. Anyway, I want to take. Let's talk about this Joel Osteen thing and this $4.4 million PPP loan that he had to pay back, or he paid back. Let's talk about that and see what that's all about. I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here, Illuminati Radio. I'm your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right, so Joel Osteen, well, let me tell you something. I got one thing to say about Joel Osteen. To all of you black brothers and sisters who tune in to listen to Joel Osteen preach, or who even you black brothers and sisters who even go to his church. Read I think it's Psalm chapter 147 verse 19. Read that. Psalm chapter 147 verse 19. The Most High God said, He showeth His law to Jacob, His statutes unto Israel. The Most High God said, He have not done so with no other nation. So we got to examine that. Psalms chapter 147 verse 19. He showed His law to Jacob. Who is Jacob? Judah. Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Who's Jacob? The Negroes. We are the ones that's supposed to be teaching this law, teaching this word, teaching this Bible to the rest of Israel. He showed His law to Jacob, His statutes unto Israel. Who is Israel? That's all the other tribes. And they also go on saying, He have not done so with no other nation. And this is coming from the Most High God's mouth Himself. So therefore, if you see Joseph Prince, you know, the so-called evangelist Joseph Prince that be on TV, if when you see him preaching, that's a Chinese man, right? Moabite. The Most High God he's not authorized to teach this Bible. Joel Osteen is white, right? He's not authorized to teach this Bible. Africans who teach this Bible is not authorized to teach this Bible. Who else? The Moabites, you know what I'm saying? That's the East Indians, you know what I'm saying? The Russians. No other nation is not authorized to teach this Bible, but who the Most High God Himself said is authorized to teach the Bible. You can read along with me. The same thing I'm reading, you can read. Open the book and turn to the book of Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth His law to Jacob, His statutes unto Israel. He have not done so with no other nation. That's point blank. That's cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? But you won't hear Joel Osteen teaching about that. You won't hear Joel Osteen teaching what Christ told His disciples to do. Go not but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Christ said, don't go to no other nation. Don't go to the Africans. Don't go to the white man. Don't go to the Arab man. But go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And who's the lost sheep of the house of Israel? You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native, you Haitians, you Jamaicans, so forth and so forth. So when you see people like Joel Osteen blood sucking of the poor, because who's the poor? We are. We are the poor. No matter how much money you got in the bank, you still poor. We are poor. We are not rich. We don't have them same benefits as the other nations. That's what I mean by poor. We don't have the same benefits as the other nations. Even though a white man can be poor, he still have white privilege. You know what I'm saying? If you go and fill out an application and a white man go fill out an application right beside you, you know what I'm saying? Who do you think will get hired first? The white man. That's called white privilege. So when I say poor, I don't mean money. You Negroes look at it as, oh, I'm not poor. I got money in the bank. I got my 401k. No, I'm talking about as in power. You know what I'm saying? It is power to eat. It is power to be poor, but then still have an advantage over the real poor. You know what I'm saying? That's power. That's power that, you know what I'm saying, that if you driving in a car, you know what I'm saying, with a white man, you know what I'm saying, the police gonna pull you over and they're gonna demonize you and not the white man, even though the white man is the real junkie. But the police gonna demonize you because they're gonna figure out, why are you with him? Why is this white man in your neighborhood? You see? That's power. But I'm going to go ahead and play this audio. And like I said, people, this is fair use. All you dumb idiots over there in the Breakfast Club, this is fair use. YouTube and all you idiots that work for YouTube, this is fair use.
Right now, Joel Osteen, his Lakewood church, has to pay back $4.4 million in COVID disaster loans that was meant for small businesses, according to a report. Joel Osteen is worth about $50 million, and he did defend his decision to seek support. And
Joel Osteen is worth about $50 million. You know why they put that 50 in there for, right? You know what I'm saying? And they made sure Angela Yee spit 50 out her mouth when referring to Joel Osteen. You know why she said that? This is a turning point in Joel Osteen's life. 50 represents Jubilee. 50 represents the circle of life. You know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen is about to transition onto another level. Like the level that he's on, you know what I'm saying, ain't good enough. But he's about to transition to another level. And 44. Well, what does that mean, people? Tell me. You people who follow me long enough, you guys know what that means. 44 represents black people. Black, specifically black men. And it also means death of the black man. So 44, you know what I'm saying? Who is Joel Osteen preaching to? You may say, well, he's preaching to a variety of nations. He's preaching to black, white, Spanish. You know what I'm saying? That's what you may say. But what Bible is he preaching from? The black man's Bible. Who is he preaching? Christ. And who is Christ? Black. So say the first book of Revelations. His hair was white like wool. His skin was a skin of bronze. That's brown. That's black. That's burned in the furnace. That's black. So he's preaching from a black man's book. He's preaching about a black man who died to save his black fellow people. Yep, he's going to the next level. And being that Joel Osteen is worth $50 million, he didn't really want to take out that $44 million PPP loan. He did that for this particular time and moment in time, so that this can be reported in the news, so that Angela Satanic Yee can spit out her mouth that, oh, he's worth $50 million. Yes, the same way Dave Chappelle was, you know what I'm saying, to renegotiate his Comedy Central contract for how much? $50 million. Did he get $50 million? No. Then why did they say $50 million? Because it was his transition in his life. When he came back from Africa, did he get Comedy Central back? No. Did he get $50 million from Comedy Central? No. He went all the way to Netflix and got a $150 million Netflix deal. That's the transition in life. That's the transition in life, people. You see? So we got to wake up, people. You know what I'm saying? We got to wake up. Because, see, you got to understand, especially these Christian churches is not here for us to help us. These Christian churches is only here to keep us down and not knowing and always sinning. Because as long as we sinning, we're going to always be dependent on the church, the Christian church, coming to the Christian church for a blessing. We're going to always, you know what I'm saying, be in dire need. You know what I'm saying? We got to know the truth. Christ said you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. It's just that simple, people. The truth shall make you free. It's just that simple. Don't let these blood... And listen, I know you probably say, well, you know what I'm saying? My family been going to my church for years. You know what I'm saying? My church been in my family for years. You know what I'm saying? My grandmama brought me up in this church. My grandpapa brought me... Yes. But if that pastor or that teacher in that church ain't teaching you who you are, what's the sense of you going there? You wasting time. It's like you going to school and now you went to school for 12 years and you still don't know how to do math. It's like you went to school for 12 years and you still don't know how to read and write. That's how it is you going to the church and the pastor's not teaching you. So why are you wasting your time? Why are you even putting your money in that church's collection plate when you ain't being fed the right way? You see, the best thing to do is, people, if you want to know where to put your money at, if you want to know where to invest your money at, and where to put your money at, where to sow your money at, well, whoever feeds you, that's where you sow your money at. Wherever you're learning from is where you sow your money at, people. That's common sense. If I'm going to Joel Osteen Church and all he's telling me about is love and, you know what I'm saying, and how to, you know what I'm saying, love a relationship and all this other stuff, if that's all he's teaching, and he ain't teaching me, oh, you know, we was brought in here these cargo slave ships, you know, Deuteronomy chapter 28 is all the curses. If he ain't teaching me that, if he ain't teaching me who I am, why am I even putting my money in that collection plate? The Bible says don't cast your pearls before swine. And Joel Osteen is definitely swine. You're definitely swine. That's a swine bucket. But let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and play this audio again. And like I said, people, to all you people over there at the Breakfast Club, this is fair use. And to all you people over there at YouTube, this is fair use. Let me go ahead and play it.
Said that neither he nor his wife received any of the money. He said, like many organizations, it looks like they've since made up, and now Who Kid posted that new Snoop and Eminem is coming soon. Tune in to him and DJ Who Kid all day until 6 p.m. So
that would have been awkward.
And they're also going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show that Dr. J put together. So, you know, at least the two of them have made up, and now they have. So, you know, at least the two of them have made up, and now they have some new music. $4.4 million in COVID disaster loans that was meant for small businesses, according to a report. Joel Osteen is worth about $50 million, and he did defend his decision to seek support and insisted that neither he nor his wife received any of the money. He said, like many organizations temporarily shuttered by the pandemic, this loan provided Lakewood Church short-term financial assistance, assuring that its approximately 350 employees and their families would continue to receive a paycheck and full health care benefits. But that did come under scrutiny last December. And so a lot of people did get these loans, but they did end up repaying that.
Yeah, they didn't have to pay it.
Yeah, but you know, check this out. But if your church don't need it, what's the sense of you accepting it? If your payroll is up to par, I'm going to say it like this. In Illuminati Radio, if all the staff members of Illuminati Radio, if our payroll is up to par, you know what I'm saying? If the payroll is up to par in Illuminati Radio, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to take out no loans. You know what I'm saying? You only need to take out a loan if your payroll is not up to par, if your functional expenses is not up to par. But yet, you say you're worth $50 million, you should be up to par. And being that you closed the doors of your Lakewood church when the people need you the most, This is the same guy who closed the door to his Lakewood church when the hurricane, when the flood came. When the flood came, Joel Osteen closed up his church. When the black people, I'm going to put it like that, people. When the black, because that's all who, you know what I'm saying, that's where his church is located. When the black people needed him the most, he closed up the door to his church. You see? Anyway, let me go ahead and press play.
Back. They decided to give the money back. They didn't. It wasn't like the court or the law said they have to pay it back. They got the money the right way.
They got some pressure.
And they just decided to give the government back their money.
All right, now.
You know what's so interesting? That's why reading the whole story is very important, because I saw the headline. I thought Joel Osteen was paying off people's PPP loans. I thought he was paying $4.4 million in PPP loans. That's why it's important to read the story.
All right, now, Garrett.
All right, people, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour. Right here, Illuminati Radio. I'm your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this breaking news on you. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in here. And don't forget, people, if you want to donate where you're being fed at, if you want to donate to the truth, PayPal link is in the description box below. I'm just, you know what I'm saying. If you want to donate to the truth, and you want to donate to the truth, you know what I'm saying. Well, you're being fed at. That's the best way to be. I mean, I wouldn't put my money in no donation plate, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm not being fed there. You know what I'm saying. Spiritually fed. When I say fed, I mean spiritually fed. You know what I'm saying. But anyway. PayPal link in the description box below. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.